You do not need to build a hair care routine based on porosity. And even if you needed to, your at-home test to try to figure out what your porosity is wouldn't even work. Let me explain. A lot of people online talk about porosity as if it's a hair type. You're either low porosity or high porosity, and you're supposed to choose products and build a routine based on that. But in everything I've read about hair science, porosity is not defined that way. It's described as a measure of damage, not a hair type. And the higher the porosity, the more damaged the hair. But don't just take my word for it. I asked 6 brilliant chemists to share their thoughts on this, and you need to hear what they said. PhD chemist Dr. Helene says porosity is about damage. Low porosity means your cuticle is laying flat and healthy. High porosity means your hair is damaged. At-home methods to test for porosity are useless. You'd need extensive lab equipment to determine it. Next is Thin, a chemistry and cosmetic science graduate student. He explains that porous hair is just hair that is damaged and has lost structural components like proteins and lipids, creating gaps and holes in the hair structure. He also mentioned that people on the internet tend to think that hair porosity is the ability of hair to hold onto moisture or water, but that this doesn't really make sense because water can go in and out of hair regardless of how healthy and undamaged it is. Pause to read the rest. And also pause to read everything from Angela, a cosmetic chemist and certified trichologist. She says, low porosity hair is not a bad thing. It's the healthiest state your hair can be in. Over time, through wear, styling, or chemical processes, hair naturally becomes more porous. Because of that, it's not practical to build a whole routine strictly around porosity. PhD chemist Dr. Michelle has debunked the entire at-home float test. She explains that whether or not your hair floats in water does not depend on whether it lets water inside the hair. Many factors impact whether your hair floats or sinks, like the surface of your hair, the type of damage that you have, and product residues. If your hair sinks, it probably needs conditioner. Alexandra is a chemist and brings up something a lot of people don't realize, that porosity can vary on each individual hair strand on your head. Usually the hair near your scalp will naturally have a lower porosity than your ends. She also agrees that trying to figure out your porosity is a waste of time, and often the solution is to just properly condition your hair. Javon is a cosmetic chemist and says that porosity is only really something to think about when hair is damaged, and the porosity test has no study backing it. Also, a lot of what folks consider to be low porosity is really just product buildup that needs to be removed with clarifying or detox shampoos. So bottom line, you can stop worrying about trying to figure out your porosity and trying to build an entire routine based on it. A much more reliable way to get the best possible results is to focus on building a routine that properly cleanses, conditions, repairs, and protects.